Hi everybody. I'm glad you enjoyed our first foray into the big wide world of jigsaw puzzles. I've got more for you today. Here's one of my favorites from the 1920s featuring the Our Gang kids. I like this packaging because you could see through it and see exactly what the puzzle looked like. And there are two more underneath. That's pretty cool. And it wasn't just here in the US that puzzles were popular. This is from England, part of a series on film stars. They don't call them movie stars, they call them film stars. And of course, this is the wonderful William Powell and Myrna Loy. On the back it says you can also get Norma Shearer, Robert Taylor, and Laurel and Hardy. Wouldn't that be fun? The Brits kept doing this for years. I'm sure they still make puzzles. This is a nice compactly packaged one where you see color by Technicolor featured with Gene Simmons in the Blue Lagoon. Here in the States, Technicolor was big too, and one of the films that showed it off best was David O. Selznick's Duel in the Sun. Now this was his attempt to duplicate the huge grandeur and success of Gone with the Wind. It didn't quite work. But for this film, a film that big, one puzzle was not enough. He released 4. I've got 2 of them here to show you, each one showing a different scene from the movie. Pretty neat. Now, when we're talking about big names of the 1940s, this one came as kind of a tease because both the subject and the photographer were big names. The mysterious disappearance of the lady in the straw. You may know who I'm talking about already. This is the envelope that this came in. Detective, you fill in your name there. Situation, lost, one lady. Problem, find her, all in a piece. Puns. Problem. No, that was the problem. The situation is lost, one lady. I'm the problem. I can't read. Clues. Name, Jane Russell. Okay. Eyes brown, hair ditto, height just right. Last seen, gazing dreamily from a mound of straw. Solution, patience, gentlemen, and look inside. Now, the reason it says patience, gentlemen, is that this was promoted and sold by Esquire magazine, the gentleman's magazine, long before Playboy became kind of the pin-up home to the great artists of that era. It was Esquire, and this is where this now famous photograph first appeared, as well as on billboards and almost anywhere else Howard Hughes could plant it, as well as a jigsaw puzzle. And it wasn't the only one. These puzzles were photographed for Esquire by George Hurrell, the most famous of all the glamour photographers. Here's another envelope. Coming attractions in gorgeous full Technicolor, MGM's Eve Whitney. Who? But the envelope's in mint condition. See, this is the collector's dilemma. I don't care about Eve Whitney. I don't know who Eve Whitney was, quite honestly. But look at that envelope. Great condition. I do have, however, already put together, under plastic and Scotch tape, his beautiful, beautiful photograph of Susan Hayward. That is a stunning glamour photo by the great George Hurrell. Puzzles, of course, continue to the present day, and they had a great, great revival, you might say, in the 50s with the birth of television, the coming of the baby boomers, the TV cowboys, the cartoons. No, I'm not going to start. If I start, we'll never stop. You know what picture puzzles are. These are some of my favorites. We'll have more collectibles next time.